I'll round up our survivors, fall back to the dawn. Arbiter will do the same with the elites. Cortana's in there somewhere.
Hello and welcome to the penultimate episode of Halo 3, where last episode we played through the best mission, not just in the campaign, but also in the entire Halo saga, which was the Covenant. Perfect balance of all different types of enemy encounters, ground combat, aerial combat, close quarters combat, open-ended combat, working together with your allies, fighting by yourself, and the entire arsenal is yours to control, all the equipment, all the weapons, all the types of grenades, and the most epic story beats and character arc conclusions throughout the entire series. But we're still not done. We still have more work to do, because yes, we may have stopped the Prophet of Truth from lighting the Halo rings. We may have essentially brought an end to the Covenant. But we still have more work to do, friends, because the Flood are still here and we still have to take them out. And that is exactly what we are going to do. So, we have to, so how are we going to do that? Well,
child of my enemy, why have you come? I offer no forgiveness. The father's sins pass to his son.
Our strategy for taking out all the Flood here is going to be, well, let's put it simply, we have to light the Halo ring because, well, I'll explain it after this cutscene right here. Because if we fire the Halo ring early, before it's actually ready to go, then we'll destroy the Halo ring, which will also in turn destroy, just blow up the Ark, which will also in turn destroy all the Flood. And then we're going to get the heck out of here. But to do that, we need the activation index for this Halo ring, which, because it's literally being made right now, doesn't exist yet. So, what is our plan to deal with this? Well, in a stroke of writing genius, and I say that unironically, I'm not going to spoil it, but I will give you a hint. The Halo ring that's being constructed as we speak is a recreation of the Halo ring from the very first Halo game. Which means that in order to activate that Halo ring, if it stands to reason that if we had the activation index from the original Halo ring, then we would also in turn be able to activate this Halo ring. So, all we need to do is get the activation index from the first Halo ring. But how do we do that? Well, we're going after Cortana. So, I'll let you do the rest yourself. You'll probably figure out what we're doing based purely on the hints I just gave you, but yeah, the goal of this mission is to plunge deep into this is the Flood's home base. This is their hive mind, essentially. This is the base of all all Flood operations. This is where they all are currently. This is their home base. So we're going deep into the Lion's Den on a rescue mission for Cortana. She hasn't been with us for the entire game, but she is the single. Because without Cortana, we never would have, we likely would not have decided to go through the portal, because we wouldn't have known what was on the other side. We wouldn't have known that the solution to stopping the Flood and Truth was was on the other side of the portal. So, Cortana's been instrumental to the plot so far. She may not have been actually with us for most of the story, but she still played an incredibly important part of the plot, and she's going to define the climax of this game. The entire the entire climax, the ending of this game is defined by Cortana entirely. So, yeah, she definitely has a major role to play in Halo 3, and that's why we're going to rescue her.
Of course, you came for her. We exist together now. Two corpses in one grave.
And I'm not going to spoil what exactly Cortana's going to do, because I want to keep that a surprise to anybody who's watching it.
Of lies. That's all I am. Stolen thoughts and memories.
And yet, perhaps a part of her remains.
This Let's Play and experiencing Halo 3 for the first time, I want to make sure you get to experience the reveal just like I did. Even though it didn't mean anything to me when I first played through this campaign, because when I first played through this campaign, this was the first game I ever played in the Halo saga. But when I played through it again after having played through Combat Evolved, Oh man, I was smiling ear to ear with joy at the payoff. It was, man, it was so good. Anyway, before we get to that payoff, we got to fight our way through all the flood, and that was honestly probably the hardest part of the mission, is making it through that initial section. Alright, now it's time to set up base camp. Deployable cover there, and then a deployable cover over here. Now we've set up base camp. So anything that gets past us, which ordinarily they would just swarm this area unrelentingly, because we've set these deployable covers here, it's not going to completely stop the flood because they can still jump over like that, but it's going to severely reduce the amount of flood that can come rush us back here. And as long as we can reduce them, like if we can reduce the number of flood that rushes, that's all we can really hope for, because the less flood we have to deal with, the better chances we have of success. And I'm gonna save my plasma grenades for when we get a bit closer. I'm gonna try to. I have the rocket launcher for use against the pure forms, because like I said. Oh, by the way, yeah. So those are the. I didn't really point it out, but remember in Floodgate when I said I would point out the next time we saw pure forms, so I could point out the range form, or the stalker form. We saw a couple of them in that last section. They're basically just giant spider creatures, and they're freaky as all hell. So yeah, they're absolutely terrifying to go up against. The pure forms in Halo 3 are just terrifying in general, just because of the way they can transform. I think there's still one stalker form left. I don't know where it's me. Okay, I don't know where I'm behind the deployable cover. Go, 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 go. Okay, just in time. We barely survived that. I got a little bit overwhelmed there because I wasn't sure where I was being shot from. Okay, there's a range form right. Not a range form. That's a stalker form. Just these giant spider creatures that are freaky as all hell. Yeah, and speaking of freaky, this whole mission is bloody terrifying. Even though I didn't know all the backstory of the Flood when I was younger, when I played this campaign for the first time, I still knew that the Flood were a force to be reckoned with, and they were insanely terrifying to go up against. Like, this mission scared the hell out of me when I was younger, and it was also insanely hard, just because it's
With you, please?
It's kind of easy to get lost in here, but because I played through the campaign so many times, I know the mission like the back of my hand now. Yeah, Cortana's gonna be talking in the background because she's slowly been corrupted by the grave mind, but don't worry, we're gonna save her. We're gonna rescue her. Do not give up hope just yet. I'm gonna stick you so you don't take me out. Got him. Okay, please don't miss. I didn't miss. Perfect. Okay. Now it should just be maybe one range form left. If it's just one range form left. Alright, I might have messed up. I might have backed myself into a corner here. Nope, we're good. We're good. We're gonna live to fight another day. We live to fight another day.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Alright, let's try to set a bit of a defense here. Let's try to block them out from coming through that hole. And then just try to force them all through this first entry point right here. If we can do that, we should be okay. In theory, that's the theory, anyways. If we force them all down this, because I can hold a choke point. Oh god, he's right there. Yeah, those range forms are going to be a major pain in the rear end if we don't, because they absorb a lot of firepower because they have so much shielding that I can't really do any damage to their actual health with just standard weaponry. So I have to either stick them with a grenade like that, or hit him with something that will penetrate anything instantly, like a rocket or a sword stab or a gravity hammer or something like that. So just standard firepower isn't going to be enough. Well, the first wave we cleared out pretty easily, but that was also, you know, the easy part of the section. The hard part is coming up ahead, which is clearing out this massive wave of range forms. And there's something right here. There's something right here on my motion sensor, and I do not know what it is. And that's kind of, oh, it's right there. Okay, hold on. And now they're running away. Yeah, but there's just a whole army of range forms up ahead, and we are almost out of needler ammo. Okay, so I guess brute shot should work unless you rush me like that. In which case, please take that. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so the plan here is just to use the brute shot and grenade sticks from range, and if I run out of ammo for either the grenades or the brute shot, then I'll use the bubble shield. I'll put a bubble shield down somewhere over there. Oh god, they're getting, okay, I might need to fall back. Let's fall back, because he turned into a stalker form. That's the scary thing about the pure forms, is they can transform at any time. There's absolutely just, anytime they want, they can transform, so I gotta be very vigilant, because what could be something safely positioned in one specific part of the map could be transformed into a stalker form that could hunt me down in an instant the next second. So, yeah, that's what makes the pure form so scary. Okay. So, that should be an easy target for the brute shot, right? Okay, I knocked it down, but I didn't take it out. I didn't kill the range form. I just knocked it down, which is not ideal, because that doesn't really do anything. I need to actually take it out. Let's try to do it now. Okay, there's something up there. Can I get up there, maybe? Oh, God. No, the problem is that if I get up there, I'll be exposed to everything in the distance. Let me just fall back a bit. Let's grab some spike grenades. See if there's anything here that I can use to my advantage. I can use this. The problem is I can't really use any close range weaponry. Because close range weapon, like, I'm never going to be able to get close enough to the range form to actually do anything. So I guess I can just do. I don't really want to use a single plasma rifle though. I preferably would want to use two. There's a bunch of swords and things, but I mean, I guess I could try the plasma rifle. I guess I could do a spiker plasma rifle combo. That could work. Let's give it a shot. Okay, it's that one up there is the problem. That's the one that's. If I had a cloaking device, this would be really easy because I could just. How safe am I if I go like under here? This might work. This might work. Okay, that's the big. That was my biggest threat. Was that range from right up there? Now I might be safe to move up a little bit further. Let's see. I just need to figure out what we're dealing with here, and then I can come up with a strategy to deal with it. Oh, that's not good. Wait, is that a new wave rushing? I don't know. I heard the flood scream. Okay, let's get aggressive while we have the chance. Take you out. Come on. So close. So close. Okay, that's the range form dead. But I heard the flood scream. Does that mean another wave of flood is coming in? Okay, I don't know. I genuinely. Oh, that's a yes. That's a yes. Bubble shield. Drop the bubble shield. Drop the bubble shield. Get the gravity hammer ready. Get the gravity hammer ready. Boom. Okay. Good thing I grabbed the bubble shield. Good thing I grabbed the bubble shield. Because the deployable cover would not have saved me there. The deployable cover would not have protected me like the bubble shield did. That was almost really bad. Okay. Oh, good God. Oh, we gotta fall back. Put an incendiary grenade down. Destroy the. I gotta destroy the deployable cover and fall back in here. It may seem counterintuitive to destroy the deployable cover, which was literally the only thing that was keeping this as a closed circuit. But my choices were either try to go around to get in the other side, and I probably would have died en route. So it was my only option was to just break the deployable cover and hope that I could get inside fast enough. So I think I made the correct tactical choice there. I'm also almost out of ammo for the gravity hammer, so I'm gonna have to rely on. I mean, thanks for giving me another plasma rifle. That I did appreciate that, because now I have two to use from range. Let's try this. Oh, where are you? Okay, you're right over there. I think we're about to make it through this section. I think that might be the last enemy. Okay, so if that's the last enemy, then before we move on, I'm gonna make sure I get as many. Okay, so these might be the two best plasma rifles we're gonna find. That was honestly pretty good. We did that first try. I mean, we had a really close call there in the middle, but a little bit of quick thinking allowed us to prevail in the end. So this has been a pretty good run of Cortana so far. That's the thing. A lot of people think that this is the hardest mission in the campaign, and I think I know why. Because it's a flood mission, so you can get lost in here if you don't know where you're going. Which, I mean, well, I say that, but there's also giant arrows telling you where to go. But then into that, I would say, well, I also got lost when I first played through this mission. So, you know, I can't really blame anybody else for getting lost, because it is kind of confusing until that arrow appears. But that, combined with the fact that the Flood are at their scariest in Halo 3. By the way, Halo 3 was my first Halo game, so this is my first introduction to the Flood. I was terrified of them. So, I can understand. I think people might be conflating being scared of the level because of the Flood with its difficulty.
Time has taught me patience, but basking in new freedom, I will know all that I possess!
But the fact of the matter is that so long as you don't play like a complete idiot, so long as you take your time, think your way through the encounters, use good strategies, then you'll be fine. Like, it's no more difficult than any of the other missions in the campaign. I think it's just the simple fact that it is the Flood in this mission, and it's an entirely Flood-based mission, that's the reason why it gets so much hate. But really, if I were to label a mission as the hardest, it would probably be the Ark. That's a pretty challenging mission. The Covenant's pretty tough too. I don't know. I don't know. I'd probably say either the Ark or the Covenant. Which, saying that out loud, it's like, hey, look, the Ark of the Covenant from Raiders of the Lost Ark. But oh, okay. I thought for a second that it was showing the Flood form as a friendly because of the green reticle. But then I realized it's homing on the deployable cover. It's just that the Flood form is in front of it. Anyway, so I wanted to try to save the deployable cover for a little bit later, but I had to improvise and use it now to force this choke point because If I let them surround me on both ends in this cave, I'm probably gonna get myself killed. So it's the best play to use it right now. And then I can, because there's gonna be, we'll find more equipment pieces later on that we can use to our advantage. So I'm not too hung up about using the purple cover now. Dear God, sword. Okay, my plasma rifle's overheated in the process of trying to shoot you down, so I had to switch to the sword. And I know there's still one range from alive somewhere, but I don't know. Okay, it's right up there. Right up there. Light him up. Light him up. Come on. This should be. There we go. There we go. Okay, and another one up there. I'm trying to shoot down as many range forms as I can right now. Excuse me. So that by the time I move further into the area, I don't have to worry about them, which is easier said than done. But I think I got most of them. I'm gonna ditch this for a carbine, because I'm out of ammo for my plasma. Unless there's a fully charged plasma rifle right here. So I guess I'll hold on to this one for now until I find another one, so that I can go dual plasma rifles again. I don't know why I'm trying to melee you when I have an energy sword, but you know. All right, so I guess we'll hold on. I mean, I don't really have all that much ammo left for the second plasma rifle. It's not really worth it. Okay, so what grenades do I have? I have 2 spike grenades, 1 plasma grenade, and 1 frag grenade. So I guess I'll use the frag grenade now, since they're moving up in a bunch, or at least they were. They're not anymore, but they were. I would try to stick one of you. I'm gonna try to stick you. As that's not gonna. Oh wait, oh it did? Wow, that actually stuck you. I did not think that I had arced that correctly or arced it properly in order for that to actually stick that range form, but sure enough it did. Okay. So I could play the dodging game, but there's a lot of things for me to dodge. Let me try to arc a grenade up there. I'll arc a second one just to be safe. So I nailed the first grenade and it did take out one of the enemies, but it didn't take out many, and I was trying to go for a group explosion there, which did not end up all that well for me. Okay, so there's 2 range forms still alive. I could just use 1 plasma rifle to shoot you down, but like I said, with the amount of shots it takes to take down the range forms, it's not really reliable unless you have a second plasma rifle to back it up. I can try. Okay, that worked. I just had to wait for an opportunity. Tank form, go away. Thank you. Okay. Oh, and you're moving in fast. So this might actually work as a strategy. I use the 1 plasma rifle every now and again to shoot down the range forms when it's safe to do so, and then when I get rushed, I fall back into the cave and then I use the sword. It seems like a semi-reliable strategy. Okay, I think that's the last range form taken out. And there's another plasma rifle. Awesome, not a whole lot of ammo, but better than the one I had previously. Okay, so we gotta stick to the caves until I can get to a better spot. Okay, I gotta move. Alright, there's a fresh sword in here for me, but I'll gladly take that. Now let's move up. I know there's still 1 range form alive somewhere. Okay, it's right up there. It's right up there. Let's take it out now. Let's take it out right now. Take it out. Okay. Oh wait, no. Okay, never mind. It just changed into a stalker form, so there's no need to take it out just yet. We're fine for now. Ooh, cloaking device will be useful. Cloaking device will be very useful. Okay, definitely gonna keep that in mind, knowing that I have that for the future. Oh no, you don't. No, you don't, buddy. No. I know what you're. Okay, well, I was gonna try to shoot you down now, but clearly I was unsuccessful in that regard. And just look at how much more powerful the plasma rifles, dual plasma rifles are. Even just a single plasma rifle compared to how they were in Halo 2. I know it's been a while since I've said anything about Halo 2, because like usually when I play Halo 3 after playing Halo 2, which is always good, I never play one campaign. Like I always play the campaigns back to back. But so every time I start playing Halo 3, I'm always like, wow, this is so much better than Halo 2. But then as I go further on to Halo 3, I'm just like, man, Halo 3 is so good. And I stop thinking about the fact that that Halo 2 is just inferior to it in every way. Okay. Oh god. Okay, I thought the incendiary grenade wasn't actually going to take you out, but fortunately it looks like it did. Is there anything else in here? Yes, there is, but you don't know where I am, so take a sword. Alright, I think we're good. I don't want to use my cloaking device in this section. I want to try to save it for the next section, because I think that's area clear, except for whatever that is. Okay, so there's 1 range form that still survived, but he'll be dead in a second. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we'll hold on to the cloaking device to the next room when we're really gonna need it. Alright, here it is, the final room. Well, not the final room of the mission, but the final room before we save Cortana. Here we go. Let's do this.
I have walked the edge of the abyss. I have seen your future, and I have learned.
Submit! End her torment and my own!
As I've said, gameplay-wise, it is kind of annoying that the game just stops dead in its tracks for a couple seconds while those visions play. But narratively, it is really impactful just to see Cortana deteriorating as the Grave Mind gets closer and closer to corrupting her. Okay, so what we're gonna do is after we make our way through this first group of enemies, I'm gonna activate. Actually, I'm gonna activate cloaking now. Activating cloaking right now because we have to clear out these enemies when we come back here. Anyway, so I may as well. We're gonna get Cortana because there's a lot of powerful weapons on the other side of this bridge. So we're gonna get Cortana, get some powerful weapons, then come back and then take out all the enemies. That's gonna be the strategy moving forward. Although you're right there, so take that. Thank you. And I'll take you guys out since I'm over here now. And then that should be good for now. Take that. Okay. It's a few more shots. Cortana's right to these doors to my left. We're almost there. And what is that? I think I stumbled over something. I don't know what there was an option to pick up another. Okay, there's the deployable cover right there. So let's do this. Let's drop a bubble shield right now, and get the sword ready. Nope, you're not transforming on my watch. Not on my watch. You're not. Okay. Ooh, another cloaking device. That's good. That's actually very good. Okay, so I can use that to my advantage. After we rescue Cortana, I'll use that to my advantage. I'll use the powerful weapons on this side, and then that'll be enough to clear the room. But for now, just clear the things on this side. And now, get my dual plasma rifles back. Let's go rescue Cortana.
There will be no more sadness, no more anger, no more envy.
You will show me what she hides, or I shall feast upon your bones.
I did not intend to throw an incendiary grenade at the door. That was not part of the plan. Anyway, we're almost there. Just one more door.
This is UNSC AI serial number CTN 0452-9. I am a monument to all your sins.
Here we are. Almost there. There she is. There's Cortana. Let's breach the status field and rescue her.
You found me. But so much of me is wrong. Out of place. You might be too late.
You know me. When I make a promise.
You keep it. I do know how to pick 'em.
Lucky me. Do you still have it?
The activation index from the first Halo ring. A little souvenir I hung on to, just in case. Got an escape plan?
Thought I'd try shooting my way out. Mix things up a little.
Just keep your head down. There's 2 of us in here now, remember?
God, that cutscene is so awesome. It's so good. It's outstanding.
Now, at last I see. Her secret is revealed.
I'll talk about the payoff that I mentioned earlier after Cortana's dialogue right here. Or at least she'll have dialogue in a second here. Like right after we go through these doors.
We need to buy some time. This reactor, start a chain reaction. Destroy High Charity.
So, the payoff that I was talking about is, of course, the fact that in the first Halo game, in Combat Evolved, Cortana had the index in her hands because we put it into the console in the control room, but Cortana stopped us from using it because obviously if we had actually activated Halo, things would have ended very badly. So she stopped us from doing that, and then she never got rid of it because she never would have had a reason to. So she always held on to the index, and now we actually need that index to save the universe, which is such a brilliant payoff. And I didn't even realize it because obviously when I first played through this game, I hadn't played the other Halo games first, so I didn't know how genius that payoff was because I had no way of knowing. But now, the second time I played through the game, like after having played through the other Halo games, like, or specifically Combat Evolved, and I got to that section, and I'm like, oh, that's why. That's actually really clever. because a lot of the story when I first played through this campaign went over my head, because I was just like, I had no idea what's happening. It's like, well, who's Truth? Who's Cortana? Who's Johnson? Who are all these people? I have no idea. But then I actually played Combat Evolved, and I was like, oh man, they put so much effort into the story payoffs. Because they had no idea. When they made Combat Evolved, they had no clue if the Xbox was going to succeed. They had no clue if Halo was going to succeed. It was all a complete shot in the dark as to whether or not the franchise and the Xbox console as a brand was going to be successful. So they didn't have any intentions, nor did they even have any ideas for what a sequel could look like. But then, obviously, when Halo became the smash hit that it was, and it took and it completely revolutionized the FPS industry and took the world by storm, then they started putting effort into, you know, making sequels and fleshing out the story a little bit. And is there a brood shot anywhere that I could pick up? I'd love a brood shot right about now. Aha, right here. Ask and thou shalt receive. Anyway, so yeah, that I didn't quite know what I didn't know that was such a smart payoff until I actually played through it a second time. Same thing with the line that Cortana says at the very end of that cutscene. So, in case you don't remember, in Combat Evolved, when you first get Cortana, and you enter the cafeteria, the first time you take damage. Also, these are the enemies we left behind earlier. We gotta mop up now. The first time you take damage in Combat Evolved, Cortana says, "Keep your head down. There's two of us in here now. Remember?"
Heard it, Chief. Not for long. We need to get to Halo. Destroy the Flood once and for all.
Which, at the time when I first played through it, is like, okay, that's you know, that's kind of a cool line. Like, okay, so ordinarily Master Chief is guns blazing, but now that he actually has someone else to look after, he's like, all right, maybe take things a bit slower. So I'm like, all right, that's a cool line. I had never played Combat Evolved. I'm going the wrong way. I had never played Combat Evolved, so I had no idea that was also a payoff. It was like, oh, that's an awesome reference to the first game, because it's the same thing. Like, because the same thing happened when I played through the second time. I had already been smiling because I realized how genius of a payoff that was with the index thing. But then I heard the keep your head down line, and I'm like, man, this game is genius. Halo 3 is such a phenomenal video game. It is out of this world. Combat Evolved revolutionized the industry, and I will always love it for that, because obviously without Combat Evolved, we never would have gotten the rest of the franchise. But man, oh man, do I love Combat Evolved gave us this franchise, and it still holds up as a masterpiece today, but Halo 3 is just perfection in every way. It is out of this world. Anyway, we're making our final escape now. We gotta get out of here, so let's drop the plasma rifle. I probably should have held on to that incendiary grenade for now, so that I could clear out this bridge. Also, we haven't died all that much. Have we even died once? I'm trying to remember. I think we might have died once. No, I can't. Well, I mean, I might be about to die right now. I think, yeah, okay. I was about to say, I was trying to remember if we had died up until this point in the mission. And I cannot, wait, what is this checkpoint? Oh, this is a mildly inconvenient checkpoint, but it's not the end of the world. This is right before we got to that section anyway. And this time I can actually save the incendiary grenade, so it's not exactly, this checkpoint might actually be good for us, because I can save that incendiary grenade for a bit later when we're actually going to need it. I did not mean to pick up a mauler there. Which, by the way, apparently, so in the Halo Infinite gameplay trailer, they showed off the Mangler, I think it's called, which is very clearly just meant to be an alternate version of the Mauler. So it's like, all right, I'm down. I mean, I was really impressed by everything I saw in that gameplay trailer. Anyway, which the thing that I was most impressed by of all the things that we saw in that trailer back in July was oh god, you're right there. Okay, was the fact that they finally listened to us and brought equipment back, because the best thing they ever added was equipment to Halo 4. Well, okay, maybe not the best thing they ever added. That might be either dual wielding or the ability to arm Marines with weapons of your choice. The equipment in Halo 3 was still a masterful addition to the franchise. And I think the reason why they kind of did away with it over time is because its initial purpose was diluted. Like, originally it was like, okay, add an extra element of strategy to the battlefield, a bunch of things that have a bunch of very versatile equipment pieces that can be used in a variety of different circumstances based on the situation. So, like, it's entirely up to the player to use them strategically. Like a deployable cover, bubble shield regenerator, a bunch of things that have very defined uses, like, you know, drop a deployable cover, drop a bubble shield, regenerate your health. they're all very clear as to what they do. They have very defined uses, but they can also be used in an infinite amount of circumstances. Like, it's not a thing where, oh, you need a jetpack for this section, or oh, you need active camo for this section, or oh, you need this, that, or this armor ability for this section. No, because that's what happened in Halo Reach. I talked about this when I played through Halo Reach. They turned the equipment into armor abilities in Halo Reach, and that was just, like I said, a very, very reduced version, like a diet version essentially of the equipment from Halo 3. And then it became even worse in Halo 4 with, like, you forget you even have armor abilities in Halo 4. So that I'm pretty sure that's why they did away with them over time. It's just because their initial purpose was not, like, it was diluted over time, like I said. But I think it looks like, now granted we haven't seen much, we've only seen, like, I think 2 not armor abilities, I think 2 equipment pieces, like the fusion coil and the drop shield. As I think those are the only 2 things we saw in the Infinite Trail in terms of equipment pieces. But just the fact that they're bringing it back at all gives me hope, because it seems like they know what they're doing. It seems like they're actually trying to make it like it was in Halo 3, you know. One-time use, specific circumstances, that's armor abilities. One-time use, versatile, like a bunch of different ways they can be used. I think they know what they're doing when it comes to the equipment in Halo Infinite. Obviously, we can't judge definitively yet because we don't know a whole lot about how the system works. But based on what we've seen so far, I'm optimistic about how the system's going to work moving forward. Also, look at the Arbiter being a freaking badass with the flamethrower and the energy sword. Nothing can phase him. I don't want any infections to come out of you. Freaking nothing can phase the Arbiter. All right, now we've rescued Cortana. We have the Index. We have a plan to save the universe.
What else did you do while I was gone?
Now let's go destroy the Flood.